Deontay Wilder says he fully intends to knock Tyson Fury out when they fight on December 1st at the Staples Center in LA. Surprise, surprise, you would expect him to say that, and you would expect that to be his intention. I don't think there are going to be many people who think that Deontay Wilder is going to outbox Tyson Fury. If he wins, most people are going to be picking him to win by knockout, if they're picking him at all. He and Tyson Fury have both been saying that this is the biggest fight in the heavyweight division and the biggest fight in all of boxing. You would expect them to say that, again, because they're trying to hype themselves up. They're trying to self-aggrandize. But the reality is this is not the biggest fight in boxing, and it's not the biggest fight in the heavyweight division. It's a big fight, don't get it twisted, and it's an important fight for the heavyweight division. Let's not understate how important this fight is. But it's not the biggest fight in the heavyweight division. That's actually a ridiculous thing to say. You cannot have the biggest fight in the heavyweight division without Anthony Joshua being one of the participants. Because you look at the numbers don't lie. Joshua has done far greater numbers than either of these two guys have done. In terms of money, in terms of attendance, in terms of pay-per-view buys. Joshua's on another level to both of them. So unless Joshua is one of the two participants, then this is not the biggest fight in heavyweight boxing or boxing in general. Facts. And in terms of the significance of the fight, well, Joshua's got 3 major championship belts. Deontay Wilder's got 1. Tyson Fury is the mythical lineal champion, for whatever that's worth. It only goes back to Vitaly Klitschko in his case. But still, that's all that's on the line here. Neither one of these guys has got a resume remotely as strong as Anthony Joshua's resume. Another fact. So what they're trying to sell the public here is snake oil. And again, I'm not saying this is a bad fight. It's not a bad fight. It's a very good fight. And it's a very important fight. But the way they're trying to market this fight and sell it as if the winner of this is the man in the division, it's just not true. This is barely above, if at all above, Anthony Joshua versus Joseph Parker in terms of its significance. Because yes, Tyson Fury beat Vladimir Klitschko, and Joseph Parker has certainly never beat anyone remotely as good as Klitschko. But Tyson Fury's coming back from a layoff, from drink and drug problems, from depression, and from losing an enormous amount of weight. When you add all of that context to the scenario, how significant is this fight really? Under those circumstances. We don't know what we're getting with Tyson Fury, whether he's going to be an absolute mess when he gets in there and get blasted out, or whether he's going to be somewhere close to being near his best. We just don't know. But Anthony Joshua versus Joseph Parker was 2 undefeated world champions. It did incredible numbers at the box office. There was 3 world title belts on the line. So on and so forth. Okay? So, again, the winner of this fight will certainly have increased their standing. They will certainly have increased their market value, but they will not be the man in the heavyweight division, either financially or in terms of resume, credibility, etc. No, they've still got to go and see Anthony Joshua. And if the winner of this fight can beat Anthony Joshua, then they can call themselves the man. Let's see if they can do it. The danger is, and the reason why I constantly bang on about this, I constantly have to pull up people who say, oh, the winner of this fight is the man. No, I have to pull them up because there's a danger that the winner of this fight, if they truly believe they're the man and that Joshua's not relevant, because that's the way Fury's been acting and that's the way Wilder's been acting, as though Joshua's not relevant and the only 2 relevant heavyweights are these 2. So there's a danger that the winner of this fight will just, maybe take a rematch with the loser, and they'll attempt to try and freeze Joshua out, although, good luck with that, because Joshua's still going to be making more money and doing bigger numbers, etc. So potentially anyway. I don't know how big Wilder might get off if he beats Fury. You never know. Maybe he'll turn into a bigger cash cow than Joshua. We'll see. But the point I'm making is, if the winner sees Joshua as irrelevant and sees themselves as the man, they might have no incentive to fight Joshua. That's the danger here, and that's what I'm worried about. Whether it's Fury that wins or Wilder, the winner might think, I'm making good money now. I don't need to fight Joshua. I'm very concerned about that. That might make this fight might actually make an undisputed fight more difficult to make. I'm very concerned about that. I want an undisputed fight. I want the winner of this fight to take on Anthony Joshua. That's what I want. Or even for Deontay Wilder to sign for the Joshua fight now, to do a deal somehow to fight Joshua in April now. Even if that means scrapping the Fury fight or putting it off. I want to see the undisputed fight as soon as possible. And then whoever's undisputed can fight Tyson Fury for the lineal. Like Mike Tyson when he fought Michael Spinks. That was the undisputed in Mike Tyson against the lineal in Michael Spinks. So I just want to see the undisputed fight happen as soon as possible, because the longer it drags out, the more difficult it could be to make. Potentially, So let's see what happens here. And as far as Deontay Wilder saying he's going to knock Tyson Fury out, he's not going to outbox Tyson Fury in a million years. That's never going to happen. He couldn't outbox Gerald Washington. Right? So he ain't going to outbox Tyson Fury. But there's a tremendous amount of pressure on Deontay Wilder in this fight. A tremendous amount of pressure. This is the first super fight, really. The first mega fight that Deontay Wilder's ever been in. He's never been in a fight like this before. We'll see if he can rise to the occasion or not. Joshua's been in these kind of fights plenty of times now. He's been in these big events where all the pressure is on him, pay-per-view events, headlining. Joshua's been in that situation many times, and he's stepped up to the plate. He's risen to the occasion. Tyson Fury's been in one of those fights against Vladimir Klitschko. He proved he could rise to the occasion. Deontay Wilder is the unknown quantity here. He's the unproven man on the very big occasion. He hasn't been in a mega fight yet. This will be the first time. And we'll see. And who's to say this is a mega fight? I mean, I'm calling it a mega fight. We don't know what it's going to do at the box office. We do know that their purses are going to be career high purses. So from that perspective, I guess you could call it a super fight or a mega fight. But they're certainly not previously pay-per-view fighters. Fury fought a pay-per-view against Klitschko, but that was because of Klitschko. It wasn't because of Fury, if that makes sense. It's like with Dillian Whyte. When Dillian Whyte fought Joshua, Dillian Whyte wasn't a pay-per-view fighter, even though that fight was on pay-per-view. He fought on pay-per-view because of Joshua, because Joshua was the pay-per-view man, And, we'll see what this does in terms of numbers. I hope it does great numbers, because I want boxing in America to flourish again, particularly the heavyweight division. But as I've already said, I am a little concerned that the winner of this fight might just look at Joshua and think, you know what, I don't need this guy no more. I'm making good money now. So, 8 figures or whatever. So I don't really need to look at Joshua no more. I'll just continue doing my thing as WBC and lineal champion, and there's no real incentive to go and fight Joshua. The winner of this fight might be thinking like that. That's my concern. We'll see how it goes. Drop your comments in the comment section below and let me know how you feel, people. It's Hatman, I'm out. Join me on Patreon. I upload a minimum of 2 podcasts every single week, covering a wide variety of controversial topics, as well as live stream Q&A sessions. Take a look on screen right now at some of the podcasts I've produced so far. For just $3 a month, the equivalent of about £2 a month, you get access to all my new podcasts and my entire back catalogue of past podcasts, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series.
You can listen on your computer or on your smartphone or tablet by downloading the Patreon app from the Google Play Store or the App Store for free. The Patreon app also allows you to download each podcast in MP3. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you get access to dozens of hours of exclusive content. It's easy to sign up, there's no contract, and you can cancel at any time. So come and join our community of free and critical thinkers by signing up with me here on Patreon today.